Yo, what is up? What is up, guys? Hope you all had a great day. Just getting off work, 7 a.m. Um, what a night, man. That Christian McCaffrey messed up a lot of tickets last night. Hopefully he'll be okay. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Most importantly, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. This is a DFS and prop bet video. Where the DFS come in at for this one, it's going to be coming through. As you can see, I have a Draftkings Sportsbook pulled up right now, but it's going to be coming from Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a site where you can bet on a single stat DFS or fantasy score, and you can pick the over/under. So if for some reason that you can't play on the books, whether you're in California, New York, it's available to you. It should be, and you can just sign up. And the way they do things, like let's just do something real fast for informational purposes. They have things you can pick anywhere from 2 to 5 picks. So let's just say and they have passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards, receptions, pass TDs, rush TDs, reception TDs, pass completions, and interception. They also have NFL first half. If you're feeling, you got a hunch on a first half play or whatever the case may be, so they have a single stat DFS and fantasy score for that, pass yards, rushing yards, and receiving yards. And they also have college football as well. So, have college football. So you can mix and match. Even with the fantasy score, MLB, MLB, they have the fantasy score with the MLB right now. But, tennis, soccer, MMA, and the list goes on and on. So, you can pick anywhere from 2 to 5 picks. Let's just go with the 5 picks right now. I'm just going to put some picks up there. Just throw anything up there. I'm an overs guy, so, so that's 5 picks, they say. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just say this for informational purposes. Let's say I picked the 5 picks right here. I take the over on all 5 of them. Then it automatically turns into a flex play. With a flex play, you must hit 3 out of 5, to get any type of money. So if you hit 3 of the correct plays out of the 5, you get 0.4 times your money. 4 out of 5, 2 times your money, and 5 out of 5, you get 10 extra money. Now, that's for a 5 pick. It automatically gives you the option for a flex play and other plays, like this play that I'm going to talk about right here. Anything less than a 5 pick, you have an option. You can go with a flex play. A flex play, it'll give you the option to get 4 correct or 3 of them correct, and 3 correct out of 4 will give you 1.5 times your money. A power play is you just want to go 4 for 4. If you miss one, if you select power play and you miss one, then you lose. If you get 4 of them correct, you get 10 extra money. Now, on a flex play, out of 4 picks, if you get 4 of them correct, then you'll get 5 extra money. But if you take the power play, you cannot miss one. All right, you can't miss none, and you're eligible for the 10 extra of your money. Max bet should be around 500, I believe. You can check the rules. I'm not gonna go deep into it, but they do sponsor this channel. If I have a link in the description. If you if you like this, you want to sign up, you use my link. They'll give you they'll max your deposit up to $100. Okay, right away. You're using my link, and you're set to go. Now, I definitely have to get that out there. Maybe I'll come back. I'll come back at the end of the video and I'll drop some plays off on you guys over here. But for now, I'm going to go over to Draftkings Sportsbook because DraftKings Sportsbook they give us they've been giving us prop. I supposed to did this video yesterday. They've been giving us early lunch on these prop bets, so I'm an overs guy. You know, I like to bet a lot of receiving props and anything else sweet. I like to decipher between a few games that I like that's going to help me solve half of the equation when I go for betting player prop parlays as far as touchdown and a win, you know, player performance doubles and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm just going to go through the teams and, you know, just ramble off a few plays that I like and a few plays that I don't mind. Keep in mind that, you know, you don't have to, these plays, you know, all of them are not going to hit. Of course not. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind. But without further ado, let me hop right into it. First of all, let me pull up okay. All right, so let's start off with this Jacksonville. Let's see all the games right here. Yeah. So since it's Friday, they might have all the props out, but anyway, let's go with this Jacksonville and Arizona Cardinals game. Here, we're gonna take a look at that. This game, I like this game for. This is a game I really like. I like this game. Of course, you know, especially the public, they're going to be leaning towards. Arizona in this one, and rightfully so. But the Jacksonville, these are two pass-heavy teams, and you know, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're going to be passing. You know, they want to know. This game has some potential, and I like this game for same-game parlays. And I'd be lying if I tell you that Jacksonville Jaguars are going to hang with these guys. But I think there's some, you know, there's some room. There's some room for us here, especially same-game parlays. Now, when you're doing same-game parlays, both of these, between like FanDuel Sportsbook and DraftKings Sportsbook, are a little bit different, you know. And like I always say, I like reception props, and you can add receptions to same-game parlays and on DraftKings, and that's major. Plus, they have a few other decent little bets that FanDuel doesn't have. And if you haven't signed up with them, you can use my link down below in the description as well. So, one of my favorite prop bets we have here is going to be in the reception section. Now, I think it's a lot of people that can get here. Right? They can get there on these receptions, but I've been looking at DJ Chark. DJ Chark has been targeted pretty much, you know, a decent amount of. He has a decent amount of targets. So the only thing is he hasn't been, you know, turning them into big time catches. You know, this is week 3, and you know, week 1 he had 4 targets, but you know, week 1 he had 12 targets. Week 2 he had 4 targets. Playing a pretty tough defense in Denver, but you know, I'm not afraid of the defense in Arizona. So, you know, I think he can crack that. I think he can crack that. You know, I think he can hit that over on that 3.5. It's a lot of juice on that, so you know, I could parlay that up. Laviska Shenault is somebody, he got hurt last week, but he receives a lot of targets. Marvin Jones Jr. has been one of the best targets over there for Trevor, and he'll catch a touchdown. He has at least one touchdown in each of the games that they played, so he's clearly one of the favorite targets. They don't have, or did I? What did I do? Yeah, am I tripping, or do they not have? Okay, so they don't have the Cardinals players up right now. Interested. Well, we'll just have to move on. But that's one of the ones I like. That's one of the ones that I like. Let's keep it moving. Let's touch on this Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans game here. Now, I like Derrick Henry for a touchdown here. I also like the Tennessee Titans to win this game. Maybe you can go for a parlay of Derrick Henry and and Tennessee Titans to win. I wouldn't be mad at you for that. And it seems as though they don't have the player props out for that game. So, but I did say I just told you guys what I liked from there. Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. Another sneaky shootout game right here. I wouldn't say shootout, but this game does, in my opinion, does have a potential to put up some points. I'm not, I like New York Giants defense last year, but this year I still need to see more. So first person I want to talk about right here is Saquon Barkley. Let's go over to the wide receiver and running back props. Saquon Barkley he's on a nice amount of rest, over 7 days, maybe 9 or 10 days rest going into this game. He's seen his touches has been going up, a little bit game by game, and this is week 3. Game 3, and he has a rushing prop set at 62.5. I'm not a fan of this Falcons defense. They're definitely in the bottom of the barrel. I don't mind, taking an over on that 62.5 at minus 110. It looks like that probably can be reached. It's a matter of time before Saquon Barkley busts out, and we cannot forget about him. Okay. Reception yards, I'm not going to too much talk about that, but it's some players that can get there, Saquon Barkley at 21.5, he does play a role in the passing game. Sterling Shepard at 61.5. Kyle Pitts at 52.5. He's seeing his target share. He had a pretty nice game last week, so, that's something to look out for. Calvin Ridley, he's going to be targeted a lot. Over 6.5. I'm not going there, but I won't be mad if you go there, because he's definitely targeted a whole lot. He's the number one option over there. Darius Slayton, he will, he's like the big play, the deep play threat. His targets are set at over 2.5. So if you like to go there, then it is what it is. I like the Kenny Golladay and the Kyle Pitts prop right here. I like Kenny Golladay to go over that 3.5. They need to get their rapport together, and I don't think there's no other team, well, there's more teams, but, this is a perfect matchup for them to get it together. There's some juice on that, so, at minus 160, but I don't mind in parlays. And I like Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts to go over 4.5 receptions. I think last week he had about 5 or 6 receptions and on 8 targets. So he's clearly the number 2 option over here. And it seems as though, I forget his name, but he's getting phased out. Mike Davis, I don't want to bet on it, but he does play a nice role in the passing game as well. So, if you're feeling froggy, you could definitely take a stab at that. LA Chargers and Kansas City Chiefs, bro. Yes, this game here should have some potential, okay? I think the last two games that Justin Herbert played, he only had one touchdown apiece, okay? Especially last game, he had a few of them called back, and I know that's pretty frustrating. But at minus 180, especially in parlays, I think he can go over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and we know they have Patrick Mahomes. His prop set at over two. Over under is sitting at 2.5, and it's a matter of do or you don't. With Patrick Mahomes, we all know he can hit that. But moving on over to the running back and wide receiver props. Not a big fan of none of these rushing props right here. Even though Austin Eckler can touch that 55.5, but I'm not going to go there. Reception yards, he's set at 37.5, and I probably won't go there either. But, I like his reception prop a little bit better. If you think Byron Pringle is going to be able to take some of that pressure off, some of the other big name receivers that they have over here, and Tyreek Hill and Kelsey, then his reception yards sitting at 16.5. Okay, but going down to the receptions, starting down here at the bottom, you got Kelsey and Tyreek Hill sitting at 6.5 and 7.5. That's a pick your poison type of thing here. If they choose to double Tyreek Hill, and or if you think they're just going to let him ride, he can smash that 6.5, and Travis Kelce can smash that 7.5. I don't know if I'll be getting there. I don't know. I do like the Austin Eckler over 4.5. I think they're going to be passing. They're going to be passing. Austin Eckler, went back to, got back to his roots last game. He had 9 catches on 9 targets. So at minus 150, I don't mind that. Keenan Allen is just a target monster. Are they going to throw it to him, at that such high volume that they're used to throwing it to him? It's remained to be seen. But he can smash that 6.5. In this environment, this game environment. Mike Williams has been killing it this year. He has a touchdown in both games. The over 5.5, and he's somebody who I've been riding. I've been reading up on him ever since I've been playing preseason DFS this year. And there were already whispers that they were going to use Mike Williams in more ways than just going deep. So I like the 5.5 on him, and he's been showing up. Moving along to the Cincinnati Bengals and the Steelers. I don't have too much for this game. Really waiting on the status of Ben Roethlisberger. Let's see what they have up here. So they only have Joe Burrow up right now, and I don't think I'll be betting on any of his props as far as the over-under on touchdowns. This is a division game, so it should be tough. I need some time to meditate on that. But I still don't, like I said, I don't know the status of Big Ben. So this over-under the 64.5 rushing yards on Najee Harris. It looks kind of enticing. Let me know if you guys want to take, which way would you go on that, over or under. Reception yards. Keep an eye out for the status of Jesus Christ, I forget his name. The number 1, 2. I forget his name. I think caught a brain freeze or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But anyway, You got Juju and you got, I forget his name, man. But I forget his name. Chase. I ain't even gonna try to remember. Anyway. Oh yeah, Deontay Johnson. So, we don't know if he's gonna go right now. In the event that, if you hear that Deontay Johnson is not gonna go, so the books are being a little bit smart right now. They're covering their butts right now. So they have only the reception yards up for Juju Smith-Schuster and Claypool. They only have the yards up, but they don't have the receptions up. Because if Deontay Johnson happens to miss, that could be more snaps and more targets for Chase Claypool. So that's more like a waiting game thing. So as far as these two guys they have up for receptions right now, Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon. I don't know, man. It's a tough game. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is not, you can fade. I'm going to just fade for right now. Moving along to the Chicago Bears and the not San Diego, in the Cleveland Browns, okay? So Baker Mayfield, we might see some chances are we're not going to see any Landry here. Baker Mayfield, we might see some Odell Beckham. All right, so I would imagine that they don't have any reception props out here for none of their guys, and rightfully so. So, but on the Bears side of things, I'm just we got Justin Fields here. They got his rushing prop set at 54.5. This is going to be his first game starting. I mean, I don't know what to think. Is he going to be able to smash that or not? I'm probably not going to bet. I might take a stab at it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But as far as receptions, they don't even have. Okay, they have David Montgomery sitting at 61.5. I have to. I'm a little iffy on that as well. I have to. I definitely think he could hit it, but I don't know if I want to put any money on it. But the prop that I was looking at here was Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney, I think I'd like to take the over on that 3.5 catches there at -115. He did get a little. He battled a little bit nicked up, but I think he should be ready to go. So I like that prop right there. Moving on over to the Baltimore Ravens and Detroit Lions here. All right. A lot to like about this game especially on the Baltimore side. Yeah. Right off the bat, they got rushing yards for Lamar set at 75.5. Tyson Williams at 56.5. I like that. Going up against this team, I like that. I don't mind if that 40.5 rushing yards for Deandre Swift. It's been it's been whispers that he's supposed to get a bigger workload this week, and so that 40.5 could be reached. Reception yards, we know what Deandre Swift can do in the reception department as far as reception yards, but I might have to take a wait and see approach. I don't know, maybe closer to game day, maybe around Saturday, I might revisit that. Yardage, Marquis Brown, he's definitely in line for that 56.5 receiving yards against this terrible secondary of Detroit. Quintez Cephas, he's going to see a lot of targets. TJ Hawkins will see a lot of targets. I don't think I'll be going to that either. Anyway, as far as receptions here, you're going to have, my favorite reception prop is going to be right here is at that No, my favorite prop here was the Tyson Williams rushing yards. I just think this prolific rushing attack that um, um, Baltimore has. I think they could. I think they could do some damage on the ground here. So that's one of my favorite props within this game here. Let's touch on the New England Saints and the New England. The New Orleans Saints and the New England Patriots. This is a game that I didn't really have much on, man. It's just one of those. I mean, going into the season, I didn't even fucking like the Saints. I didn't like the way they roster looked. I mean, they roster looks terrible to me. They're out there. They're misusing Kamara. I mean, it's just a fade for me. This 59.5 rushing yards is interesting for Damian Harris. I mean, two good coaches. They're gonna have to slug it out. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, well, this is the 2.5 catches for Marcus Callaway is in play, but I mean, they got me fucking scared over here. I mean, god damn. I mean, Jacoby Meyer is one of my favorite receivers. I think he can get there at 4.5. I don't know if I'm going to bet it, but I think he can get there at 4.5, and you'll get that at plus money. So you got a lot of options here at plus money. James White, he's playing a major role. He's got 6 or 7 targets in each one of his games. The games he played. But it's just I don't know, man. I just can't fathom going there. So let's revert our attention to this Washington football team and Buffalo Bills game. I do think Josh Allen can go for over 1.5, but there's a lot of juice on there at minus 185 for over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Buffalo Bills are a pass-heavy team. All right, then they should have multiple players that can hit yardage and reception props. They have a good secondary. I'm not a fan of their Russian defense. So this 61.5 for Antonio Gibson is in play, but they could easily find themselves down and having to pass. So it's something that you just got to think about game script. Stefan Diggs yardage prop is interesting here at 78.5. Targets, Cole Beasley, he gets a lot of targets, especially when they have to, and they're in a slugfest. I just don't imagine this being a slugfest. So that over 4.5 is kind of shaky to me. Dawson Knox can easily hit that. And at 2.5, I mean, they got him at plus 130. I have to look more into this, but they have him at plus 130. Man, that's tempting. That's very tempting to me. I'll have to go back. I didn't see that. That's interesting. So, Dawson Knox target-wise, he's seen targets of 3 and 4. So, week 1, he hit that. He had 4 receptions for 41 yards. And week 2, going up against Miami, he had 2 receptions for 17 yards. But still in all, we know he can definitely hit that, all right? So that's interesting. Diami Brown, I don't mind that. I don't mind that 2.5 receptions. I'll have to look more into that. I don't mind that. Logan Thomas should get his fair share of targets. They got his over-under set at 4.5. And, for the over is at plus money at plus 120. Stefan Diggs, over under sitting at 6.5. I mean, he's somebody who gets targeted. He gets targeted. So week 1 against Pittsburgh, he had 13 targets, and then week 2 he had 9 receptions, and then week 2 against Miami he had 8 targets, and then he had 4 receptions. So without being said, we know he can hit that. You know what I'm saying? Terry McLaurin, we know he can hit that 5.5 as well. This is a decent secondary over here, like I said, but that's something that you can keep an eye out on. So there you have that. If I have to keep moving this thing over, and the games should just stay right there where I need them. The New York Jets versus the Denver Broncos, man. This is going to be, the Broncos should get the W in this one, So it's going to be a crazy one right here. So they got Teddy Bridgewater sitting at minus 165 for the over for 1.5 touchdowns. I won't be mad at you if you go there, but, I guess. Now, Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon, they're in a true timeshare, all right? They're getting about the same amount of, attempts. Their rushing props, as you can see, Javonte Williams' rushing props is actually higher than Melvin Gordon's. So, it's a matter of time before Javonte Williams, eclipse Melvin Gordon. But I like what they're doing over there as far as keeping them incorporated. The rookie. That's really nice. I don't know which one I would go to. I could see them, running these guys, getting up or whatever the case may be with that good defense, but I'll just have to, temper my expectations right now. As far as Michael Carter, this is a tough Denver defense, man. And his snaps has went up, his attempts has went up, he's getting like 2 or 3 targets a game. So he's eclipsed Tevin Coleman, all right? So he's the guy. So his rushing prop is sitting there at 29.5, okay? I don't know if I'm betting that or not. I just want to point that out for you, for the folks in the back, okay? Now, reception yards is, I probably don't want to go here. That Corey Davis does look kind of juicy at 42.5. Melvin Gordon at 13.5 looks okay too, but I guess can't nail down what type of game it's going to be. As far as receptions, though, they got Michael Carter sitting at 1.5. I wouldn't mind taking a stab at that. Corey Davis sitting at 3.5, but keep it in mind, this is a good defense. Okay, so I'm just leaning towards the win over here for Denver Broncos. Maybe try to come back and try to figure out a touchdown prop or something of that nature. Moving along, we got the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders here. Quarterback props. They got Derek Carr, but he got some major juice on that for the over-under on his touchdown passes at 1.5, and that's sitting at minus 235, So, wow. Let's look at the running back and wide receiver props here. Miami Dolphins, they have some okay corners on that, on the outside. So, if you want to temper your expectations, So if they got Henry Ruggs up here for, you know, 0.5 rushing yards at -115. They don't have any running backs out for they don't have any running backs out for the Raiders, and that's interesting. Miles Gaston's prop sitting at 39.5. The over under at sitting at 39.5. And you know, I don't think I'll be going there, but you know, it is. His attempts, he hasn't had, you know, that many attempts. Reception yards. Interesting. That Devontae Parker kind of looks interesting. We know we won't have Tua. We'll have Jacoby Brissett. He started some games. He showed some flashes over his career, but, you know, I think he's capable of getting the ball to, you know, to where he needs it to go. But the yardage standpoint, I'm just a little bit iffy on that. We know Ruggs can smash that and a player, so, but he does have, you know, there are some tough corners over here. So, you know, if you want to, you know, you want to temper your expectations and try to, you know, be a little, maybe you want to go to Darren Waller, 74.5 receptions and, you know, reception yards and, you know, something like that. I don't see Will Fuller up here. So it's you know, it's possible that Will Fuller might be being played. That'll definitely take something away from Jalen Waddle. But as far as the receptions, they still I've been eating off this for the first 2 weeks. They got Bryan Edwards sitting at, you know, 2.5 receptions. I have no choice at -125, but to go back to that. Have no choice but to go back to that. No matter who the corners are, I lose. Darren Waller at 6.5. At -105, the over under 6.5. I think he can hit that. Hunter Renfrow. Now they got him his over under at 4.5. You know, if you think those receivers going to struggle on the outside, he has potential to smash this, and you're going to get that at point. I mean, you're going to get that at, you know, +100 at plus money. Let's go to the next game so I can hurry up and get up out of here. Let's see. Man, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Rams, and then you got, oh my God. Well, you know, you got to watch the status of. We know we got to watch the status of Antonio Brown. This team was fully vaccinated, so if he gets 2 negative tests within a time span, I forgot, but he'll be able to play. So that's something that to keep in mind. Let's look at their quarterback props. So they have both QBs set at plus money, number 1. Number 2, 2.5. So both QBs set at plus money, plus 150 for Matt Stafford and plus 135 for Tom Brady. That is so interesting, man. That is interesting. This game, I'm hoping for it to be a shootout. I would love to see some points just throwing up. Man, this would be an awesome game. No matter if Antonio Brown plays or not, this should be an awesome game. So they don't have the running backs up right now. We know the situation with that. I'm going straight to the reception yards, and I'm not even going to be looking. Yeah, I'm going straight to the reception yards here. We did see Man, this is going to be crazy. They got Cooper Kupp set at over 84.5. Chris Godwin at 69.5. Mike Evans at 64.5. Robert Woods at 63.5. Tyler, Mr. fucking milk box, missing in action milk box head ass, is sitting at 42.5. Tyler Higbee. Man, I don't know, man. From a target standpoint, though, man, I'm a little iffy on all these. I don't, man. Tyler Higbee, and man, he disappointed me week 1 and 2. He hasn't been getting targeted, and you know it's frustrating. I'd imagine it's frustrating from him as well. Well, I mean, Mike Evans can definitely go over that 4.5. Robert Woods can go over that 5.5. I'm not a fan of this secondary of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As long as the Rams can, you know, keep him protected, that offensive line can keep Stafford protected. You know, I see the offense moving quite well as far as Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp concerned. The real question is, can they keep Aaron Darnold off Brady's ass? So that's something, you know, because, you know, Aaron Donald is licking his chops for this game. He should be, you know, he's going to want to put some lay the lumber on Brady, and you know, and rightfully so. But I'm pretty much fine with most of these props, man. I couldn't argue with anybody who taking the props. We got good odds on each and every one of these props, even Leonard Fournette at over 3.5. We know Brady likes to target his running back, so it's a lot to like about this game. And remember, same game parlays, you can get receptions over here on DraftKings. And that'll just about do it here for Sunday. I mean, what do we have? The Cowboys game. So we have Sunday night. We have. Oh, you know, I didn't touch on Minnesota Vikings and Seattle Seahawks, and these two. Let's check the quarterback passing TDs. Okay, Russell Wilson. Both of their over-unders are 1.5. Russell Wilson at -215 and Kirk Cousins at -150. And both these two teams, I mean, they're concentrated offenses. We know, you know, they built similarly. We know where the ball is going. That's a plus. That's a plus. So, they don't have Carson. Oh, okay, they have Carson up there, but they don't have Cook up there. So, reception yards. Lockett has just been going bonkers lately, man. How about that? Adam Thielen is a touchdown magnet for Kirk Cousins, whatever the fuck his name is. But yeah, he's, you know, so he's definitely a touchdown magnet for him. But, you know, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, and their number 3 wide receiver, he's not up there. They took him down, huh? Ain't that something? Ain't that something? What's his name? I forget his name. Let me think. Cause I'm looking for him to pop up on the books. I want to take another stab at him, man. But I forget his name. His name is let me look right here. KJ Osborne. So don't forget about KJ Osborne. But it looks like they probably won't put him up there. But I mean, hey, these it's like a pick your poison thing with me. You got decent numbers on these props right here. And most of the usual suspects like Adam Thielen, DK Metcalf, Justin Jefferson, and Tyler Lockett. It's a pick your poison thing, man. It's a pick your poison thing. I don't have a favorite one here, okay? I don't have a favorite one here. And that'll just about do it, man. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for checking it out. Like, subscribe, my Twitter, and all my handles and everything will be in the description. I'm going to leave you guys with that. Peace.